He's not kidding. Ralf Schumacher found 9/10 of a second from morning practice to the qualifying session this afternoon.
Yeah, clearly, he said it's miles off. It means the balance, and he's having to react to how the car turns in and accelerates rather than knowing before he gets there. And in corners like this, 130R corner, you do not need any surprises, a magical mystery tour. You want to know exactly what it's going to do if you're going to keep your foot firmly planted to the floor. They have put 2 bollards in at that last chicane, but that is not going to stop anybody jumping across them. Now, we've seen the Renaults fastest through free practice, and this car looks supreme through this first sector of the lap. Alonso's been struggling a little. The turn in there is just colossal. It's a wonderful feeling when a car changes direction like that. But his teammate Trulli has been mighty through here, and so is Alonso. The car just rides those curves like they don't exist, and it just enables them to take the exact line they want, be on exactly the right piece of tarmac with confidence. Really beautifully handling car now.
It's poetry in motion watching this car change direction. Here we go into the Degnas then, another key corners where the handling absolutely critical. Alonso 1.5 tenths up, and this morning in pre-practice, right at the very end of the session, he was on target to go fastest of all, set the fastest first sector, and then he spun off halfway around the lap, so we never got to see exactly what his car and he were capable of. But Jarno Trulli underlined Renault's potential by being fastest this morning. This is Alonso's attempt then to get ahead of Ralf Schumacher and be fastest here in first qualifying this afternoon. And unlike this morning, this has been a neat and tidy lap from Alonso, a lot of speed in it.
It has indeed. Trulli's rather outshone him, hasn't he, the last 2 or 3 Grand Prix. Jarno Trulli really seems to have found an extra gear somewhere and driving very nicely. But Alonso too on a good lap, but at the moment he's just a few washers away from Ralf Schumacher's time. Went quite deep into the turn in of the final chicane. Let's see if it's anywhere near. If he's going to do a low 130, he's going to be somewhere between Ralf and Michael, but he doesn't. Crucially, he pops just behind Raikkonen, so another driver to lose quite a lot, 2-3 tenths. In fact, he's 4 tenths slower than Raikkonen in the final sector. That must be in 130R. Clearly was not full throttle through there, but as I said, did go a bit deep into that final chicane.
Yeah, his speed trap time, I remind you, the speed trap just after the 130R corner was quite a bit down on Michael Schumacher as well. He's carrying the most speed through that corner, through the speed trap. And that obviously accounted for part of Alonso's slow final sector. But that's interesting, Martin, as well, because Alonso, a Michelin runner who couldn't keep the pace.